want us to have that. God want us to have a pure heart. And then you get ready. Somebody asks you to do something. You play the organ or do something in the church. You talk about, what's in it for me? What you gonna pay me? I got to get paid. And you don't even realize, if you come in volunteering, you don't know what God will blow your mind. But you come in with your hand out. Everything got to be tested. You come in with your hand out. You know what? I thank God. At one time, I realized when I got up in age, I said, oh my God, I done helped all these churches. And they done flourished and look at me. They done kicked me to the curb. Oh God, what about, guess what? You gonna get where God wants you to get at your expected time. God didn't want you with them. God didn't want you with them. God don't want you under nobody's feet. And if he feel like they gonna put you under their feet, God ain't gonna have you with them. Because God will put people in your life that'll love you. That'll love you. And I thank God. That's why I was saying I thank God for any time that I'm going through and I'm right here in Sanford and I need somebody. I'll go right to Dr. Pastor Murphy and his wife. I'll go right there. I'll go right there because I know they have a heart for God's people. I got to just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? There's other places that I have that even on the phone that they're right there. That anytime that I need them, they're right there. So y'all got to realize I'm not in this by myself. I'm not gung-ho. I'm not gung-ho. I got people praying. I got prayer warriors praying for me. Prayer warriors set up. So that's what I'm saying. When there's churches that need you and you know they ain't making the money that they need to make, why not volunteer your time? You don't realize what God doing in your body while you volunteering your time. God be healing your body while you volunteering your time. God will heal your mind while you volunteer your time. God will cause your gifts to be great and be brought before great men if you volunteer your time. Too many times you come, what's in it for me? Where my hand out? But God wants you to be able to be a blessing. And I'm telling you, when you be a blessing, God will be a blessing to you. Because I be working behind the scenes, doing stuff for different ones, everybody. And I'm thinking, God, I'm not looking at them, what you gonna give me? I'm not looking at that. You know why? Because my reward comes from God. Because you know what? Somebody could go right knock at the door and give me a check. I could be walking right downtown and they say, God say, put this color on, wear this outfit. And you wear this outfit. They'll say, I seen you in a dream and God told me to give you this. You don't know who's listening to you all over the world. You don't know. Internet is something else. You understand? But people need to know that they're real. People want to know what they're giving their money into. And if you sit up there with the wrong motive, what's in it for me? What I'ma get out of that? Okay, yeah. There's some things that when you go to something, you got to get something. Just like I want to learn more. I get around people that I want to learn and I could glean from. But you better believe that if I could glean from them, there's some things they could glean from me. That's what it's about. We glean from each other. You understand what I'm saying? And for all you single ladies, I want you to know that just hold yourself. Hold yourself for marriage. If they love you, they will marry you. If they don't marry you, they don't have to get the goods. Now keep yourself up. Keep yourself holding on to God. I done held on for 15 years. I thought it was 16, but it's going on 15 now. But let me tell you, people of God, God will do just what he said he wanted to do. He don't want you to settle for anything. You understand what I'm saying? And he'll work out even the marriages, even the most difficult things. But the problem is that we don't know how to work on ourselves. So busy working and pointing fingers on somebody else. It's time for marriages, for you to take responsibility for your own actions, for you to take responsibility. What is it that you do in a relationship? Because a lot of times y'all going through stuff that y'all had went through in childhood. There's some things that happened to you in childhood that caused you to be afraid to love again, caused you to be afraid to live again. You understand what I'm saying? And then you get married and you pour all that junk out on your husband. You pour all that junk out on your wife and they don't know what in the world going on. But that's why there's such thing as counseling. Because counseling, when you have godly counsel, there's a different things from the psychic than the saved people, a prophet. The psychic let you know what you want to hear. A prophet go down into the depths and may share with you maybe what you don't want to hear. But they don't leave you like you are. They'll reach down where the core of the matter is. And then they'll let you recognize it. What happened to you when you were 16 years old, 14 years old, 18 years old, 23 years old. And then they'll pull you out of it. Pull you out of from where you are. They don't keep you there. People that don't know that are dangerous, they'll cut you up over the pulpit and leave you bleeding to death. And God's going to cause them to give an account to every cut they gave. And I'm letting you know that God will strategically heal you again. God will put right people in your path to heal you again. If you talking about a real prophet, I'm a real prophet. I don't pay the price. I done paid the price. I paid for things that I didn't even do. I took blame for things I didn't even do. But I thank God for all of it. Why? Because of my character. It brought character in me. It gave me strength. It gave me tenacity. It gave me the ability to depend on God and not man. You hear what I'm saying? And that's what God want to do. Because God heals people through me. Why? Because I was a vessel saying, Lord, I want more of you. Wherever you want me to go, Lord, I'll go. Whatever you want me to do, God, I'll do. Whatever you tell me to say, God, I'll say. Because people are hurting. People need a rhema word from from the Lord. They don't need something to make them feel good for that little bit. And then they get out the door and then they wondering what in the world why I'm feeling like this. And a lot of times you sit up there, some of them see God anointed fall on people. They'll sit up there and lay hands and try to kill it with their stuff in them that they didn't want to cure. But I want you to know, God, people of God, that we got to look at the man in the mirror. When we look at the man in the mirror, we will love God's people. Because God said we ought to love people like we love ourselves. And if I love me, I'm not going to hurt you. And if I did hurt you, I'll come back and tell you I'm sorry. I didn't intend to. And it ain't about, oh, you done told on yourself. No, it ain't all about that. It's about making right what went wrong. Gotta make right what went wrong in your life. If you don't forgive your brother or your sister, God say he won't forgive you. It's time to come clean. It's time to come clean, people of God. It's time to come clean with loved ones and everything. I let them know, I said, I love you. But sometimes I don't like the way that they talk to me. But guess what? That's still family. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to realize the things in the generation and the demons that they dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be able to pray that stuff off of them. They don't even know you praying. Just being in the midst, they being blessed. Just being in the midst of you, God holding stuff off of them. Just being in the midst of you, God blessing their finances. God gonna bless you and your family. You understand what I'm saying? Just by you being where you at. And guess what? When you pass them tests, then God said, well, you can move on now. Okay, now I could go on and give you that car. I could go on and give you that house. Now you all right. You understand what I'm saying? So don't judge a person for where they at. Because next thing you know, when you look, you'll say, oops, there it is. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not to brag on, but we deserve the best. People don't know how we've been plowing throughout the years. People don't know how we sacrificed throughout the years. People don't know how we did without to make sure somebody else got blessed. You got to realize when you want God to do something in your life, help build another man's ministry. If you want God to do something in your life, just like that playwright that I did, the Goldsboro Bridge, yeah, it may not have taken off. Maybe it wasn't the season for it to take off. But guess what? I thank God that I'm planting into other people's lives and being a blessing to them so God could be a blessing. Because you know what, people of God, when it all comes down to it, I'm going to take off. But guess what? I'm not going by myself. I'm going to take off. Guess what? I'm going to bring some people with me. And guess what? They're going to be able to bless the churches where they at and where they come from. They're going to be able to feed and provide for their families. They ain't going to have to hook, crook, and do all these crazy things just to try to live, just to try to survive. And that's what I'm saying. You don't know what a person done been through. You don't know their story. But if you could pick them up from where they're at, they will be the best disciple you could have ever had. And you know what? When they go on and it's time for them to fly, they'll always remember you. They'll always remember you. And God will cause them to turn around and continue to bless you. Some people going to get a one-time blessing. Some people going to get all the time blessings. But it's up to you. We are co-creators, people of God. And people looking for realness. People tired of the fakeness. But image is everything, yes, but God is even greater. But I'm telling you, God wants you to have a nice image so people can see what he's doing in the life for you. But just know, people of God, that God is a good God, and there's nothing too hard for God, and there's nothing that God will withhold from you. God said that he's a rewarder to those who diligently seek him. Now, I was getting ready to go up into the word, and God done took it another way. That's why I'm telling you, people of God, I'll come up here, you can study, you come up here, and God be done flip the script once you get in the seat and you get ready to do something. But I want you to know, people of God, if you would like to be a blessing into